Hey, happy messy morning. So, I've been making a lot more videos, I've noticed. And so this morning, make sure I'm in there. This morning, and this making me laugh at myself with what I'm about to say. I woke up and I just went right into wanting to learn and grow and heal. And I went to listen to a book by Louise Hay, but somehow my speaker heard me wrong and picked up a cool Heal Your Life podcast that I didn't know was available on my speaker, which then reminded me of this awesome 2-hour neuro-linguistics programming class that Debbie G sent to me. It's on YouTube. I posted it on my Facebook. So, I've only been awake for maybe an hour. And this is what my brain does. This is me. I wake up and I'm ready to go. It's kind of intense. And it's reminding me of that sweet conversation I had with my partner, Shauna, yesterday. And, when they were reflecting back to me and holding empathy and sharing their appreciation, one of the things they said is like how I'm always looking for ways to grow, learn, expand. I do the work. But there's this part of it that I heard and that I'm hearing, and I'm realizing that part of me that doesn't ease up on myself, that's like thinking there's always something I'm supposed to be doing, like what I'm doing isn't enough or isn't right, So there's the side of it that's like, yeah, go me for really wanting to learn and grow and be the best me I can be and take responsibility for my own healing. And then the other side of it, which I really thought of before making this video, like, ease up, take a break. You don't have to do anything. There's nothing you're supposed to be doing. Right where you are is perfect. Everything you have everything you need, and there's nothing wrong. And so it brings up this thought, like, today's Friday, right? And I don't drink alcohol. And so that kind of puts me out of a whole culture, right? In New Hampshire, things are open again. And I love to dance. I love to go out. There's still not a lot going on. But it's like, how do I let go and let loose? As like, where is my let go, let loose, take a break, ease up energy? And how do I embrace that today and celebrate all the amazing work I'm doing, So that's that. And this is something that I'm really curious about, and I really want to know other people's feedback. And I really want to talk about this and learn about this more. So, neuro-linguistics programming. I'm having a hard time with that word, or those words. Now, I was watching this video and listening, and so here's my thoughts, right, on this right here that I'm really curious about. Now, our brain, our thoughts, our feelings, are like a creation that is like mathical, like combination of various inputs, okay? Your hearing, your smell, all your senses. We're taking in all this information in all these various ways. But the only way we know, label, and identify any of these things is to have a familiar reference point or a story that we created. When I hear this sound, like there's hum on this thing, you hear a tree falling. If you've never heard a tree fall, then you wouldn't know what that sound was when you heard it, right? And so just that thought, all right? And then in neuro-linguistics programming and talking about how we are like a conglomerate of all this external input internalized into an altered reality, okay? It's not the reality. It's the reality that we make of it based on the stories, the various inputs that we've experienced, okay? Think about culture, think about aliens, think about religion, think about, all that stuff. We all have different belief systems. And now, as a blind person, I'm not, the most biggest thing, our vision. What we are taking in visually takes up our brain. Like that is our first, and we are creating stories and belief systems and, so in this class, so an example of this, in a crowd of people, to a sighted person, you're looking around, you're taking in a bunch of information, and you're going to use your eyes. That's the first thing, right? And so we can't take in everything, so you start deleting things, right? Things just don't matter, right? But if you have a military background and you see people who are wearing military uniform, you might be more attuned to really see them. If you're really into flowers and someone's wearing a really floral outfit, you'll see them and you won't delete them. These people will be really there. And so now if I'm not seeing, I'm still taking in a lot. And this is what I'm feeling. I feel like my input, what I'm taking in, is so intense. It's like there's this part of me that's like I'm missing pieces, right? So it's hard because especially when you have trauma and you're trying to heal old stories and beliefs, you don't have a new visual reference point to remap that. So we have to go in and create these. As a blind person, it's like I have a little extra work to do here. But also, if I'm giving a speech to a group of people, I am not going to be distracted by that. I'm not going to be making stories and judgments based on external appearances. And that's like one of the really cool parts. Like and scary, I don't see. And, it's happened many a times when I am engaging with someone, and my mom in particular, because my mom's my protector, right? I'm going to connect with a stranger or, we're out or whatever, and they're like, oh my God, like I could tell they're scared. Like, what are you doing talking to that person? Like, don't you see? Like, nope, I don't see what you see. I am seeing soul. I am not doing that, right? But so there's that beautiful gift. Now, if I do see or pick up on something that triggers a memory, a belief, or a story that is not a reality of what's happening in the moment, but something that's going on up here, and because I can't see, I'm not able to decipher the difference as fast as other people. So, when I am triggered by an external experience, my internal reality starts creating a reality out of it. It can be really hard for me to get back without assistance, and I have to be super aware of my inner world. My inner world is really strong, and it's like, here's this other big curiosity, right? And this seems like a lot of people care, like what? So our brain creates these visions, right? We have all these, some people feel like they have a strong imagination, some people not so much, but our brain is creating like visions and movies. Like, close your eyes, you will still see stuff. And you, with your eyes open, your brain is creating visions and like a movie that is not actually what's going on outside you. It's kind of like it, but not. And so in my head, I am constantly, like, I am very able to be in another world. I am very able to be in my imagination. I don't have this world to the degree that you guys do, or that the world of sighted people do. And so I have lots of room to play, essentially. And I'm feeling it's fun and it's a blessing, and that's what makes me so creative and imaginative, because I am not distracted by whatever my brain wants to create out of the physical world. But with the amount of trauma and memories and the tapes that were played and planted before going blind, so I still have, right? Like, there's now, so I created, before going blind, I had these inputs and imprints visually, or sensually, we should say, right? And now there are still things in my world, in one form or another, that will trigger these memories, these stories, these visions from my past. And then the play goes, right? Then I start seeing, and then this is happening, and that is happening, and things are happening to me that aren't actually happening, right? But it's harder for me to catch that. And God, I really want to learn about myself and understand this better. And as I'm sitting here talking about this, I'm feeling a little bit of pride. I'm feeling proud of myself. Like, wow, Candace, like, yeah, you understand. Like, good job. Like, I'm smart, and I understand what's going on, and there's a part of me that has shame around knowing what I know, but not living it. Like, not, well, I don't want to say not, because it's not a conscious choice. Like, how do I put it into application? How do I use all this knowledge, right? And then it triggers this broken feeling, like, wow, how the hell am I gonna navigate this? Like, this is a lot. Like, I get it, okay, like, yeah, it makes sense, and I'm seeing the path, but yeah. So anyways, I'm really geeking out hard this morning on the brain and trauma and memory and neuro-linguistics programming. And yeah, I think I'm gonna only give myself a little bit more space for doing this geeking out thing in my head, and transition to practice living, embodying, and frolicking and dancing and celebrating, enjoying, taking a break, giving myself like some super celebration for doing the work that I do. Bye, beauties. Oh, yeah, please, I am really curious to know others' thoughts on these ideas and experiences. If you have any information you like, wow, yeah, like you should like hear this, send it to me. If you have questions, you want to dive into this with me, let me know. Yeah. All right.